got some action now. We're ready to get down sports bag, man. Let's go to Sport TV. We are fucking back.
So Stephen A, is
Oh
LeBron?
shit. Wait. They're not ready. I'm not ready.
Watch out.
So we're gonna do with this shit.
This is Skip Bayless's worst takes. Now Zach asked a very good question.
Link to
Zach,
the original video in the description. Link
Right.
to all our social media in the description.
Comment below, comment below.
Hit that notification button. Ding.
Talk to us. We
Now,
like
the young boy asking
conversation.
dumbass question.
Right. Ask that question again.
No, I'm not gonna ask the question.
Ask
again.
it
Ask the question,
Just call me a
Zach.
dumbass.
Ask
I'm
the
gonna
question.
ask again if y'all just call me a dumbass.
Just ask it.
Just ask the
We
question.
just want to know.
Who is this man?
No question. Oh, he said it again.
Who's who?
Who's who?
Who's who?
That man.
Who's that
who?
man?
His name.
Who's Skip Bayless?
I don't know. Is that his name? Chris?
That is his name.
Oh, well, that's his name.
This is a bad first impression. But
Okay.
you gonna get a first impression of Skip
Right.
Bayless.
Now, before we start the video,
Who is
I'm
Skip
gonna
Bayless?
give him a little brief
I don't even
of
know.
who Skip Bayless
Skip
is.
Bayless?
Skip Bayless is an NBA analyst. For anybody out there who doesn't know, just like Zach here, he has this show called First Take that he does with Stephen A. Smith, and he is the white guy that
That's the
looks
wrong
like he wanted to be an actor.
Wrong show. That's my nigga. That's not him. That's not him. It's not him. He's wrong.
Is that Max?
That's Max Kellerman. Sorry guys. He does not. He's not racist. He does not think all white people look alike. That was just an honest mistake.
I don't think all white people look alike.
Yes.
Zach's on the phone.
I do not think all.
This is a long video,
white people
guys.
look alike.
I think. Oh, Hand.
Hand, where
Come here.
are you?
Come here, Hand. Come
Come
here, Hand.
save us, Hand.
Come here. The hand's here.
You didn't show your hand. Where's the hand at? The hand is here. Dun, dun, dun. It has to be more here. The hand. Okay. The hand was a little extra today, but that's
I
all
don't know
right.
about the hand. That's the magic. Ooh, shit. We off the phone. We back. We ready to show you, my man, that this is worst takes. Let's get straight into it. Let's fucking do it.
So Stephen A, is LeBron James
Okay.
a first ballot Hall of Famer right now?
Without question. It's nothing to even think about. It's one of the greatest players to have ever played the game.
Okay, my first problem with this question, before I get to you, Stephen A. Smith, is that I think
Go
that
ahead.
Tiago Splitter is already a first ballot Hall of Famer in the Basketball Hall of Fame because everybody gets in. I think Carissa's going to get in due time. Stephen A. Smith will get in due time. Maybe, that's a big maybe, but I can't respect the criteria for getting into the Basketball Hall of Fame the way I can the Baseball and the Football Hall of Fame. So if I'm judging by those standards, the baseball and football standards, there is no way that LeBron James is already a first ballot Hall of Famer. Do I have time to go into it? I don't think
He had 9 turnovers, so I'll give you that.
Hold on. Talk
He
about
was a
that.
disaster in the fourth quarter of that game. A disaster.
Okay, we're gonna leave it right
I
there.
watched it with these two lazy, repaired
27.
eyes.
27, 19,
Oh,
and 10.
please.
How was that awful?
You
How
know
was that
what
awful?
happened in that
In
fourth
what
quarter.
world? In
well-
what world?
You are disqualified now from talking about LeBron James as MVP because
Sorry, guys.
after what I saw yesterday, nobody who could be in the MVP conversation can get away with just taking a back seat in the fourth quarter to the other guy on his team. The MVP of the Cavs is this guy. It's Kyrie Irving. I would hate to see what would happen to LeBron without Kyrie right now because they might be closer to that team you were describing when Kyrie was there. I'm sorry, but that's what it is. No more MVP talk.
Game for your life. Pick your 5.
You ready?
Go ahead.
Okay, I told you, I only need really one player on my team, and that's Michael Jordan. So, voila, here's my team, and I'm going to have you read the names for me. Could you read my 4 teammates?
Oh my God.
I just, in honor of you, I want you to read the
Tiago
Jordan.
Splitter, Rasho Nastarovich, Kwame Brown, and Slava Medvedenko.
It's Stanislav, actually.
Oh my God! That's a joke on me.
No, it's not.
That is a joke on me.
That team could beat anybody because it's got Michael Jordan on it. I almost just put Michael Jordan solo on my team, just have a one-man show. But I thought, why not those other 4? Because they're 4 of your all-time favorite
Let me
players.
treat the sport of basketball with the respect and deference it deserves. Because clearly you're blasphemy with that list. How could you show up on national TV and do such a thing? I mean, this isn't Halloween. This isn't Halloween. This is April Fool's. This is April 1st. You don't make a joke like that. That's horrible. That's a horrible, horrible selection.
9 National Football League teams that needed a quarterback last night passed on Johnny Manziel, starting with the Houston Texans, who will forever regret passing on Johnny Manziel. And in a minute, I will go right down the list of teams that will forever regret passing on Johnny Manziel, who pretty soon will change football life in Cleveland, Ohio. One day, I am predicting Johnny Manziel will become even bigger in the city of Cleveland than his buddy and business partner LeBron James ever was in the city of Cleveland. Luke Walton was merely the son of the great Bill Walton, so that gives him some cachet, you know, it gives him some respect.
No.
Luke Walton was just a second. Luke Walton was a starter for 8 years alongside Kobe Bryant, and Luke Walton does have 2 rings to his credit, so he's only 1 short of LeBron. And
Stop it, Skip! Wait a second. Why'd you throw that in there?
I had to, just for respect. And Luke Walton
and 34% said MJ would beat LeBron James one-on-one right now at the age of 52. You're not 52 years old. They still think he can beat LeBron James right now. That's 34%. 54% say no, LeBron will win the matchup if it was a one-on-one. Here's the kicker, though, and we're talking about a specific age group. Look at this age group. They feel that if you're between the ages of 30 and 45 years old, 48% believe Jordan would take LeBron one-on-one. So, Skip, did the American people get it right?
The 34%.
The 34%. I mean, and what we're saying is, can he right now, at 52 years old,
right here, right now,
beat LeBron one-on-one? I mean, and beyond. Come on.
Look at it.
You know, Stephen.
Oh gosh, don't do this.
Yeah.
I dare him to
He
say
just
yes.
might.
Don't do
He
this.
just might be able to.
Okay.
I say that on this alone and this alone, Michael Jordan could figure a way to beat a LeBron James who just might crumble under the pressure to beat his idol, the greatest basketball player in the history of life.
Okay, so I just want to make sure we got this right.
I'm with him.
No
I'm with his
cigars,
heart.
diet
I'm with his
change,
heart.
and trained by you
Yep.
specifically, and just with heart and head, he'd be able to do it. Those are the
Correct.
intangibles.
Yep.
So
that makes those 34%. That's a high number.
So you
that makes
agree.
them correct.
That makes it
Okay.
correct.
I'm about to put Paul George in that category. I'm starting
In the
to
cleaner?
see, yes, I'm starting to see, by today's standards, cleaner capabilities from Paul George. And if I might, I'm also seeing them south of San Antonio in the city of Houston. James Harden is a bad man who is leading that basketball team in fourth quarter after fourth quarter after fourth quarter. I'm close to putting him in that category above Kevin Durant. This is all above Kevin.
That shit is
And the reason I can't put Steph Curry in there quite yet, he's just too little. I can't, because Kevin Durant, as we all know, he was born 6 feet. No, he didn't come out 6'10", but he's got by gift 6 feet 10 inches, and what's his wingspan? 7'7". So again, I can't put Steph in there yet just because of his size. And Damian Lillard is starting to threaten that category, also above Kevin Durant. So I named a whole bunch of dudes, but I gave you 4 that I definitely would put up there above Kevin in the cleaner category. Here's my problem. I'm all about fourth quarters, and we just gave the MVP to a guy who is not the closer for the Toronto Raptors, because Van Vliet was the closer, which is why Hubie said, I'm going to go with the closer. He closed again last night. And I'm about to smash your argument into 1,000 pieces, because that shot was 1,000% luck. That was simply the luckiest shot that ever fell to win a playoff game. Ever, ever, ever. In all my years, going back to covering the Lakers here in the middle 1970s, I've never seen a luckier shot that won a
I'm not talking
playoff
about the one
game.
against
Why
Paul
was it
George.
lucky?
Number two
Which one?
actually had the audacity
got a couple.
after the game, standing on the court in the post-game interview, to say that I work on that shot every day in
Not a lucky
practice.
shot.
No, you
So
don't,
defense.
Maloney.
How you call the man a
I
lucky?
think it's
hot in
my
that
turn,
game.
and I think you're not going to interrupt me because I didn't interrupt you after the
you did?
early interruption.
Oh, okay.
Then I bided my time, and
really?
now it is my turn. There is no way he practices a shot to do that because I could give him 100,000 shots, and he could not again make a shot do that because it's almost physically impossible. How'd you like the end of Game 6 of the NBA Finals, the last minute? Remember that game?
Cares,
I love the end of it. I actually was on the edge of my seat. Did I expect that to happen? No, I didn't. Skip it, but you know what it's called?
Wait, was it LeBron who had those 2 late turnovers, then missed the time 3?
Oh, my Lord.
And
You
somehow
actually
the ball
go there.
bounced
Yeah.
to
Let's go
Bosh,
there. Let's go there.
and it went to Ray Allen.
there. Let's
Oh,
fucking
Ray Allen made the 3 that
You know what?
saved LeBron's career.
You know what?
Oh, wait a minute.
You know why? Because you have no comeback.
I said you have
No,
to.
I let you off the hook
Hold on,
here.
wait a
You got
minute.
no
Wait a
comeback.
minute. I said you have to be able to play and be box office. You can't be box office but can't play. Don't you dare. Are you trying to tell me in that same you're gonna sit
No.
here? You're gonna sit. I swear to God, I'm
you
standing
wanna-
up for this.
whoa,
I'm
now
standing
you
up for
wanna
this.
talk about
Are you gonna
Hollywood?
tell me?
Tim
Are you gonna
Tebow's
tell me
Hollywood.
that Tim Tebow
Tim
deserves to
Tebow's
be
a bigger
mentioned
draw
in the
than
same
Kobe
ballot
Bryant is
than
right
Kobe
now.
Bryant?
He's a bigger draw than Kobe
He's a
Bryant.
bigger.
Yeah.
What?
I got him.
Walk
I
out.
wanted
I'm
to.
gonna walk
Manziel's
off
a
this
bigger-
set right now. I can't believe this
something
man
than
just
Kobe
said
Bryant. He
this
ain't
out of
bigger
his
than
mouth.
Kobe
You
Bryant.
telling
Is
me that
Marcellus Wiley in the house?
Tim
We need to
Tebow.
get Marcellus out
Where
of
is
here.
he?
He needs a blow.
Tim
He's
Tebow?
He's
Tim
out.
Tebow
You need
is
to
more
tag
box
him.
office than
Tim
Kobe
Tebow
Bryant?
Yes.
Than Kobe Bryant?
Yes.
Is Tim Tebow more box office than LeBron?
I think so. It's the National Football League. Go look at the numbers. Go look at the numbers he did in his game.
Go look at the numbers.
Long live Baba, man.
The Lakers.
Tim Tebow.
Who?
Say his name one more
I'm
time.
leaving. He didn't want to watch this shit no more. I'm with him.
I want to stop this right now because of
Some
what he
bullshit.
just said.
They got the hand riled up.
Bro, about Kobe, bro, you're gonna
He
he's overpaid.
is the epitome of a motherfucking contradiction. He is a walking contradiction.
Not Shaq. What's his name?
The fuck? Let's get back into it though.
Ain't shit.
It's last year. It's through the roof.
Yeah.
Go
see
on,
you
go on
later.
a sec.
It's
Go on
through
a
the
sec.
roof.
See you later,
Marcellus,
Steve.
get out here. I need some help.
I don't even
Get
talk about
Marcellus
that.
out
I can't
here.
deal with it right now.
Yeah,
I need a
he's
break.
out. Yesterday, Avery Bradley was the GOAT. He was the GOAT for about 15 minutes. He had his 15 minutes of GOAT fame because
I'm going for the Clippers this year.
he took a season high 12 3-pointers and he made a season high 6 3-pointers. And if you want to guarantee me that Avery Bradley each time these teams play from here on out, every other game will hit 6 threes, I will tell you that the Lakers will sweep the Clippers in the playoffs because if he can keep making 6 a game, it will be 4-0 in the playoffs.
Play it again. Look who he's guarding, Skip. He's matched up with Kawhi Leonard. He helped off of Leonard to stop the penetration.
But he goes out and runs into Ginobili.
He stopped. That's a help and recover play.
Okay.
He stopped him, but his man is Kawhi Leonard.
Okay, I'm with you on that.
Okay, so-
but they run together. He runs into Ginobili.
But he's just
okay, but don't
stopping
give
the
me this.
ball.
Ginobili's going like this. Ginobili's protecting himself too. They run
He
together.
prevented him from making any play on the shooter.
He's not trying to make a play on the shooter. He's making a play. He's stopping Ginobili from going to the hole.
No, the play is
He's ultimately
stop the
guarding.
penetrator.
He has left his
Skip.
man. He is guarding.
Skip.
He's
Skip.
stopping the
Skip,
drive.
I participated in this kind of defense for 10 years in the
Okay.
NBA.
I've watched it for 30
it's a
years.
Help and recover. He wasn't guarding Ginobili. He was
stopping
He
Ginobili.
was helping to till
Yeah.
he picks up the penetration
Okay.
and gets to the next part of it is
Okay.
when he passes it, you recover to the shooter.
There's no pick play. Ginobili's not trying to pick him. They run into each other.
What the
they run
fuck
into
you
Ginobili
saying?
puts
You're
his
upsetting me.
arms
You're
up
getting-
to stop
you're
himself.
giving me-
Very
grinding
next
my gears
step
right
is
now,
going
bro.
to be to step and extend on the
He's
shooter.
got a lane to go to Kawhi. if he wants
does
to go.
not.
And he
Ginobili
flopped.
took it
You know
away
why he
from
couldn't
him.
go to Kawhi? He flopped. He flopped away, and I'll say this: it's karmic justice, if you want to
Can
call
we
it.
respectfully disagree and move on to the Heat?
Can we
No,
respectfully disagree?
I
This
don't
is
know.
stupid.
Why? This is good.
That's a clear cut one to me.
No, I know.
He just sit you
Okay,
on that.
I know that. Okay, the point
That's what he
is,
did.
they run face to face
Because
together,
Ginobili,
and he flopped.
you really think Ginobili
Flopped.
didn't? You're telling me right now, with your eye, your lying eyes, that
My
Magic-
lying
Your lying eyes.
Ginobili
20 yards?
You're
Is that what you're talking about?
Telling me right now that Manu Ginobili did not pass the ball and continue with his momentum in the direction.
He had no
that
choice.
would prevent him from getting to the corner.
Harden got in his way. They ran face to face together.
Oh, my
Ginobili is
goodness.
protecting himself,
Stephen
and
A.
Harden flops.
I don't know how you do
Don't
it.
ask for
I don't know how
help.
you do
Don't
it.
ask
He said Stephen A.
He does it.
Now, all that said, what Dwayne said about defining moment is sad but true. And I'll tell you why it's sad.
Why is it sad?
It took LeBron
why is it
13 NBA seasons to have his defining moment. It took a finals that looked like LeBron was going to lose to fall to 2-5 in NBA finals. And by the way, he wouldn't have even been 2-5 if not for the great Ray Allen, who saved his legacy
He did not.
with the
He
greatest
did.
clutch
He
shot
saved
I
him
ever
in
saw.
that
It was a
motherfucking game.
finals
I'm with
saving
him on that.
clutch shot. Am I right about that, Joy Taylor? Saved the day.
No, you're
Took
not,
LeBron
Joy.
off
He
the
is.
hook.
He saved
LeBron
the
would have
game.
gone
Don't
down
say
not
he
as
saved
the
his
GOAT
career.
and greatest of all time, but just
He
the GOAT of that
did. His
game.
career-
clutch shot in
his-
NBA
Oh,
history.
come on,
championship
come on. There's
career is
nothing like it.
his
And it
pedigree
saved
that he
LeBron's
held.
legacy because if
Nigga,
Ray
he
doesn't hit
would have
that
had
shot,
a
we could have been
1-5
talking about right now
record
LeBron
in the
falling to
finals.
1-6 in the
And he's
finals.
the
And that
greatest player
that
if
wouldn't
Ray
be a
Allen
very
didn't
defining
make that
moment
shot.
to me.
Agree that LeBron is
Well,
the best
considering him winning
number
the
one
questions.
overall draft pick in NBA
He
history.
winning Cleveland. Exactly.
What happened?
That's what I'm saying.
Because I believe this with all my heart and soul, that the guy who deserves to be number one on this list is the guy who is criminally underrated because he was the most boring superstar in the history of sports, not just the NBA. It's Tim Duncan. He was boring. He was no Duncan. So he doesn't qualify for Sports Center highlights. But after they drafted him, you're right, he stepped on the floor and he was immediately better coming out of Wake Forest than David Robinson was. So they'd gone 20-62 the year before, mostly because David Robinson had been hurt. But boom, they take off and a dynasty happened. Over the next 19 years, they made the playoffs every time. And what I loved about Tim Duncan was he stayed home the whole time. He didn't take his talents to South Beach and then back to Akron and blah, blah, blah. He stayed where he started and finished, and he was the leader of that franchise and of the big three. He was by far the biggest of the big three. He was the superstar of that group, beyond Ginobili, beyond Tony Parker. And if you boil this down back to the greatest clutch shot that was ever made by Ray Allen, if you take that away, Tim Duncan would have been 6-0 in the NBA Finals. That is Jordan-esque. I got it to 6-0. I will never forget what number two did to me and my San Antonio Spurs. He quit on my Spurs 2 years ago and quit his way right out of San Antonio. But you know what? Maybe it's time to forgive, to let it go, to let it be. Maybe it's time to do what number two's Uncle Dennis asked me to do at the Manny Pacquiao fight back in August in Las Vegas on behalf of number two. Uncle Dennis said, why don't you call him by his given name? So you know what? It's time. Here I go. Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard.
I don't know what I just witnessed that. He's a fucking freak. He sucks.
Yeah, he sucks.
Who gives him a platform?
Exactly. These are the people we allow to talk about our basketball. Now,
He don't got no rings, nigga.
Right. He ain't got no rings. He don't know nothing about basketball. And this is blatantly just like a slap in the face to actual basketball players when they get critiqued by guys like that.
What you do?
Probably
what you
ain't
do?
never playing a high school fucking game ever in life.
Probably play high school. What you do though?
What do you do? What do you do?
Wrap it up, man.
Besides
Like,
talk
comment,
shit,
fucking
man.
subscribe, man. We out of here, man.
That's what I got for you.